The day I stopped waiting for the world to save me. What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't failure? It's the belief that someone is coming to rescue you. Think about it. How many years have you spent waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect mentor, the perfect moment, the perfect sign that it's finally your time? But here's the truth most people learn too late. The world keeps moving whether you're ready or not. Your goals don't care how tired you are. Your future doesn't care how many excuses you have. And success doesn't pause while you figure everything out. At first, that sounds harsh, but it's actually one of the most freeing truths you'll ever hear. Because the moment you stop waiting for outside validation, you take your power back. You stop asking for permission. You stop needing everyone to believe in you. You stop depending on motivation to show up. Instead, you build something stronger: discipline. Most people spend their lives chasing motivation. The problem? Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days, you'll feel like quitting. If your success depends on how you feel, you'll never stay consistent long enough to achieve anything meaningful. That's why disciplined people always seem different. They don't rely on emotions. They rely on systems. They work when they're inspired. They work when they're bored. They work when nobody is watching. And over time, those small actions create massive results. The people you admire aren't necessarily more talented than you. They've simply learned how to keep going when others stop. That's the real difference. Life will disappoint you. Plans will fail. People will leave. Opportunities will disappear. Every single person experiences setbacks. The question isn't whether challenges will come. The question is what you'll do when they arrive. Will you let them define you, or will you use them to grow? Because every setback teaches something. Every mistake reveals a weakness you can improve. Every failure gives you information. And information is valuable if you're willing to learn from it. The strongest people aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who refuse to stay down. They understand that resilience isn't built during easy times. It's built during difficult ones, when nobody believes in you, when progress feels invisible, when the results haven't arrived yet. That's where character is formed. That's where future success is decided. Most people quit right before things start to change, not because they're incapable, because they're impatient. They want immediate results from long-term effort. But growth doesn't work that way. A tree doesn't become strong overnight. A champion isn't built in a week. A successful life isn't created in a month. Everything meaningful takes time. That's why patience is a superpower. Keep improving, keep learning, keep showing up, even when nobody notices, especially when nobody notices. Because the work you do in silence often creates the results everyone notices later. And here's something important. You don't need to become cold. You don't need to stop caring. You don't need to shut people out. You simply need to stop letting distractions control your direction. Care deeply about your goals. Care deeply about your values. Care deeply about becoming the best version of yourself. But don't let criticism, doubt, or temporary setbacks decide your future. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't fearless. they're focused. They feel doubt. They feel pressure. They feel uncertainty. They just refuse to let those feelings stop them from moving forward. That's real strength, not pretending nothing affects you, but continuing anyway. One step, one day, one decision at a time. Eventually, something changes. You stop needing constant encouragement. You stop chasing approval. You stop comparing your journey to everyone else's. And for the first time, you begin building your life on your own terms. That's when confidence becomes real. The world may not hand you success, but it gives you something more valuable every single day. A choice. A choice to quit or continue. A choice to complain or improve. A choice to stay the same or grow. And those choices, repeated consistently over time, shape your future. So stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop giving your power away. Focus on what you can control. Your habits, your mindset, your effort, your actions. Because the day you stop waiting for the world to change is the day your life starts changing. And years from now, you'll look back and realize that everything shifted the moment you decided to take responsibility for your own path. Not because it was easy, not because it was guaranteed, but because you refused to quit. And that decision changed everything. And once you understand that, another truth starts to reveal itself. Most limits aren't real. They're habits. They're stories you've repeated so many times that they've started to feel like facts. I'm not talented enough. I'm too late. I'm not ready. I'll start when things get better. But look closely. How many of those beliefs have actually been tested? How many dreams have been abandoned because of assumptions instead of reality? The biggest battles in life rarely happen on the outside. They happen in your mind. Every morning you have two voices competing for control. One voice wants comfort. The other wants growth. One says, "Take it easy." The other says, "Keep going." One wants immediate rewards. The other is willing to sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. Your future is built by whichever voice wins more often. That's why successful people aren't necessarily smarter. They're simply better at managing themselves. They've learned that discipline is remembering what you want most instead of what you want right now. And that's where everything changes. Because once you stop negotiating with your excuses, progress becomes inevitable. You stop waiting to feel motivated. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop waiting for confidence. You take action first, then confidence follows. Think about every person you've ever admired. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. None of them started with certainty. They started with a decision to move forward despite uncertainty, a decision to keep learning despite mistakes, a decision to continue when quitting would have been easier. That's what separates dreamers from achievers. Action, not intelligence, not luck, not perfect timing. Consistent action, day after day, month after month, year after year. The truth is, most people underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years because they're too focused on 5 days. They want overnight transformation, but real transformation happens quietly, one workout at a time, one book at a time, one difficult conversation at a time, one disciplined choice at a time. The changes seem invisible at first. Then one day, people call your success sudden. They see the result. They don't see the years behind it, the sacrifices, the setbacks, the lessons, the moments when nobody was watching. That's why you can't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Everyone is fighting a battle you can't see. Everyone is carrying challenges you don't fully understand. Focus on your lane. Focus on your growth. Focus on becoming a little better than you were yesterday. That's enough. Because success isn't built through giant breakthroughs. It's built through small victories repeated consistently. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you become stronger. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, you become stronger. Every time you continue when it's difficult, you become stronger. And eventually, those small wins create a version of you that once felt impossible. A version that's more confident, more capable, more resilient, more prepared. Not because life became easier, because you became stronger. So when the road gets difficult, remember this. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to know every step. You don't need guarantees. You only need enough courage to take the next step, then the next, then the next. Because greatness is rarely one massive decision. It's thousands of small decisions made when nobody is watching. Keep going, keep building, keep believing in what's possible. The life you want may be farther away than you'd like, but it's also closer than you think. Every disciplined day moves you forward. Every lesson makes you wiser. Every challenge makes you stronger. And one day, you'll realize the person you were becoming was worth every obstacle you had to overcome. Not because the journey was easy, but because you refused to stop walking. Before you leave, remember this. Nobody can make these choices for you. Nobody can do the work for you. Nobody can build your future except you. So when this video ends, don't just feel motivated. Take action. Write down your goal. Make a plan. Take the first step today. Because 1 year from now, you'll either be grateful you started or wishing you had. The choice is yours. And if this message spoke to you, type "I will not quit" in the comments. Not from me, for yourself. Make it a promise that no matter how difficult the journey becomes, you'll keep moving forward. If you're serious about building discipline, confidence, and a stronger mindset, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. There are millions of people watching life happen. Be one of the few who decide to make it happen. Now go take that next step. Your future is watching.